Welcome.
You are watching Line Screw 1.
Well, hello tubers. Hope you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy YouTube universe. I'm gonna have to apologize in advance. It's a bit noisy here because it's doing a lot of lawn maintenance, a lot of float plane traffic in the air. So, you know, it's a beautiful day, so everybody's got their speed boats, their lawnmowers, and their aircraft out. What can you do? But today we're gonna talk about something quite serious. It's deadly serious, financially serious, especially for Carolyn's RV life. Now, this feud has gotten kind of ridiculous to the point where she doesn't understand what she's done. And I have discovered, as of late, that she is defaming me, making clear inferences that I am involved in criminal activity regarding herself. Absolutely untrue. And this is a clear matter of defamation, which is actionable in BC Supreme Court. That's British Columbia Supreme Court, where I live. And we're going to get to the matter of all of this, give you my thoughts, and provide Carolyn's RV life a nice out, if she should be wise enough to actually use it. So, if anybody remembers an old video I did a few years ago about Carolyn calling the FBI on me, some people said, oh, you're just making stuff up. No, it's absolutely true, and I have proof of that. Absolute proof of it. Carolyn's not very smart, and I spent all night harvesting and reviewing evidence and preserving it. So, Carolyn, trying to remove some of your stuff off of your social media platforms won't help you now. That's why the video is being uploaded right now. So, the meat of the matter. I'm actually not going to publish what she said exactly, because that would just mitigate her own damages and show that I'm actually not taking this as serious as I am. But essentially, she is inferring that I have been involved in criminal activity towards her. Absolutely, positively not true. In fact, I have no criminal involvement in anything, and most of my adult life I've worked in government where I've had to have background checks. I've even had done the odd gig since I've retired that I've had to have a background check, and I would not have earned the pension that I have today if I wouldn't have had a clear and clean reputation when it comes to the law. I feel sorry for those of you out there who do not have a clean and clear reputation as an adult, because it's probably going to limit your ability to defend your own reputation if you already have a bad one, if you understand what I'm saying. Now, I've also reviewed my own videos regarding Carolyn, and she is under this false presumption that hurt feelings are somehow a crime. It doesn't work that way. In fact, the things that she has done to defame me are clearly and demonstrably untrue. And she can't even use the claim of truth as a defense in civil court. You know, when I've said things about her like she does a tire giveaway and then doesn't do the giveaway, that's not defamation, folks. That's fair speech, because it's actually true. When I say Carolyn's RV life knowingly had her followers issue death threats to businesses that she's been involved with, that's actually true. You can't make this stuff up, folks. And the fact that she gets her butt hurt about me commenting on the exact things that she does isn't my problem. It's called a free and democratic society where free speech and fair comment is allowed. And she's very, very upset on Twitter, for example, that YouTube doesn't take her complaints against me seriously. And in fact, the police, or notably the FBI, does not take her claims against me seriously because, in fact, they're not criminal. I know where the line is, I respect the line, and some of my long-term viewers might even note how many times have I said that criminal harassment is not appropriate on social media against anyone, and that includes Carolyn's RV Life. I specifically name her and say criminal activity or criminal harassment against her is not acceptable. It's not acceptable against me, her, anyone. How many times I have to say that? Her feelings get hurt, and because she thinks that because there's a liberal president in office right now, that somehow liberals have more rights than conservatives, it simply ain't true, folks. And so after a bunch of soul searching and evidence gathering, and I had to look up a bunch of matters in terms of executing judgments in a foreign jurisdiction, I discovered a few interesting things that really put me in a good position. Okay, let's talk about the bad news for Carolyn before we talk about the good news that's an out for her. Because I'm a gentleman, I'm a reasonably minded person, and I'm not looking to take away any money from her or cause her to spend tens of thousands of dollars in litigation. I'm a gentle person, I'm a decent person, I'm a fair-minded person, and the fact that I like to do a little bit of parody from time to time and make fun of her doesn't make me a bad person. She's entitled to think I'm a bad person, but it's not an actionable offense, if you understand what I'm saying. So therefore, I am considering a civil action against her in the province of British Columbia in the Supreme Court, which is the actual venue for defamation. Because my reputation, which is clean, has to be preserved, and it is civilly actionable against her. Luckily, getting a judgment against her, if I should get one, is enforceable with a jurisdictional agreement between British Columbia and the state of California, which is a wonderful thing because she thinks she's judgment proof. Well, actually she's not. That YouTube money that Alphabet through Google pays her through AdSense can be recoverable if I was to receive a judgment for damages and costs. That's a good thing for me. As for her ever being able to prevail against me for anything, she's in a tough tooties situation. My main income is a pension. While you can get a judgment against me for anything, possibly, but enforcement is not possible against pensions. It's to protect old senior pensioners like me, and that's the way the law is. I don't make up the laws, but I'm entitled to use the laws in my favor. So, since I have very little to lose and everything to gain in terms of teaching Carolyn's RV Life the principles of fair expression and to defend my name and reputation on social media and in real life, I have to pursue this. It's pathetic, but I guess I could consider it a hobby. Luckily for me, I'm well versed in the Supreme Court of British Columbia's style of proceedings and have spent many days in chambers there. In fact, I've even gotten good judgments from a female judge against a female litigant against me before. So I think this is worth defending my reputation for. Now, on the good news for Carolyn's RV Life, I am proposing that if she was to actually apologize for this, she doesn't have to use my legal name. All she has to do is place a video on YouTube, naming me in the title and in the video, saying, "I apologize to Line Screw 1, Andrew, for defaming him and inferring that he's been involved in criminal activity directly or indirectly against me. It simply is not true, and I unreservedly apologize for this. And furthermore, I promise to never do this again." If, Carolyn, you are to post a video stating this and donate the sum of $200 to the Vancouver Food Bank, I shall consider this matter concluded and over and I will waive any rights in any jurisdiction to pursue you over this specific claim. And I will put that in writing and send it off to you once you have lived up to your end of the bargain. So there we have it, folks. We've got the hard way and the easy way for Carolyn, the expensive way and the cheap way. I wait to see how long it will be until she responds to this. Of course, she is a homeless person, so I will have to substitutionally serve her, which will take longer because it's also outside of the British Columbia court jurisdiction. So she will either have to retain counsel here in British Columbia to deal with this, or come up here and enjoy the Canadian winter to fight this. Now, of course, if she was to create any actions against me down south, I would love to spend the winter down there, sitting by the pool, defending the action. So, I don't know, Carolyn, it's time for you to give your head a shake and understand that feelings hurt are not an actionable or criminal offense. For example, if I right now called you a feminist liberal twit, that's not actionable. But when you defame somebody's reputation and you can clearly prove this person does not have that reputation, you're done, bud. So this will give me something to do over the next several months in winter, and I'm going to give Carolyn 2 weeks from the time this video is posted before I actually file suit in Supreme Court. And like I said, I will have to also seek a judgment for substitutional service, and I'll have her served via email or any other such way as a justice of the Supreme Court shall determine. For example, the judge may actually just say she is served by posting the notice in the lobby of the actual court where this is filed, and if she doesn't read it or respond to it, obviously I will receive a default judgment and then seek damages and costs. So Carolyn, what's it gonna be? An apology and a $200 US contribution to the Vancouver Food Bank? Or shall we just bring it on? And of course, as we're bringing it on, I will provide updates on the actual litigation as it progresses. Showing a bit of restraint for some things that have to be sensitive for court strategy and in terms of negotiation, because negotiations should always be fair and private. So if Carolyn was to approach me at my email that is published here at YouTube, from her published email that she has on YouTube, so I can identify that it's actually her, all correspondence that she has with me to negotiate an actual settlement of this matter shall remain confidential. I just want to put that out to you, Carolyn, that I think that these matters should be dealt with privately in terms of negotiating a clear and fair settlement. But my terms are very clear, they're not negotiable. It's either $200 to the food bank and a video apology, or I litigate. And perhaps you might learn a little bit about how the Canadian Supreme Court system in British Columbia works. Might be an educational but expensive lesson for you, Carolyn. So I'm hoping everyone's doing well, especially Carolyn, and I hope she actually sees the error of her ways and does the correct thing here. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this lack of rain today and get this video up to you, and I hope you post your comments and your thoughts, and I guarantee you people will be notifying Carolyn on her channel, on her Twitter, on her Facebook about this video that I have just posted, and she will be on clear and due notice.
I got you, I got you.